Hey, what's up,
Hey,
guys?
how's it going, everybody?
How is everybody? What's up, Brian? Sorry, you're the only one I think I haven't had the chance to say hi to. So, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's had a great start to their week. We're sort of at the midweek point. Um, so, yeah, just wanted to check in with everybody. How is everybody? All right, y'all. So, we've got a lot in store for you guys today. So, we are going to kind of do a little bit of an app tour. Hopefully, show off some stuff that you guys maybe aren't familiar with. What's up, Tommy? I'm great, man. I'm great. I hope you're great too. Um, so yeah, hopefully, going to show you guys some stuff that you maybe aren't aware of. There's some things that I think are really awesome that enough people have are just not using. So we're gonna run through some stuff like that. We've also got some lead magnets, some ideas that we wanted to throw you guys' way in case you aren't thinking about it, um, and wanted to build it live with you guys so that way you guys can do it with us and figure it out, and so we can actually start hammering away at some of this stuff. So before we get started, or before we got started, really, Chad, you were working on something. I know you wanted me to start, but it looks like it's done. Do you want to kick it off, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I can kick it off. I wanted to just do a quick quiz lead magnet.
Okay.
So let me pull that up here.
Boom.
Let me go back to let me refresh this because this is showing me after taking the quiz. Yeah, so I did a quick kind of detailed prompt. I kind of went into Claude myself, and I was just like brainstorming different ways that we could make this quiz funnel like unique and like add some motion to it, not kind of be like a standard little quiz, but kind of like add some life to it. So that was mainly my prompt at the beginning that Claude helped me kind of like think through because I wanted to use kind of like motion. So it says use kind of like Framer motion that Framer uses kind of and then use
what is Framer, if you don't mind me asking?
So Framer is like another website where it helps build websites, but it like really adds a lot of like cool elements and details. It's like designers who create. It's like web designers who create websites.
Okay.
But it's very involved, and you have to get in there and you have to adjust everything kind of yourself, and you kind of it's like a whole learning curve. But they have like a lot of cool templates and a lot of cool motion and just like transitions between web pages, and I was like, I wonder if I could like prompt it to do those kind of animations to kind of make it feel a little bit more involved. So I started with Claude and just thought through it, and it kind of built me out. Like I know exactly what you're talking about, and so I wanted to build out kind of like a diagnosis for your business that you could take a quiz for, and built it into the prompt, and it was actually pretty quick. And yeah, I think it said 12 minutes to create, and it only took 1,400 credits, and I was actually surprised about that because it looks pretty sweet. So let's go into it. I thought you could use this as kind of like a lead magnet to send to people and to start their diagnosis. So they'd click on it. You see like little animations, hover on the buttons.
Now, quick question. Did you give it any of these questions, or did you tell it?
I didn't give it any questions.
Oh, so
I don't even know if these are good questions to ask.
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of like a quiz audit of like your business.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did not. So let's see. Looking at the last 6 months of revenue, maybe plenty of interest, but too few actually buy. Maybe that's the problem I'm dealing with my business.
I saw that transition. That was nice.
And then what quietly eats the most of your week? I don't know. Putting out operational fires. I feel like a lot of us can resonate with that.
Yeah.
Dream client asks why you, your honest reaction. Let's do, I'd nail it, but I can't be in every room. If you doubled your leads tomorrow, where would your growth break first? We can't get to double. That's the actual problem. And then when would change your business most right now? Probably to get discovered. And then if I'm honest, we're leaving money on the table because Not enough people know we exist. So at the end of the quiz, this is where you can get your lead. So I would type in my name, my email, and unlock my diagnosis. And then you would get your lead. It'd be set in the background. I haven't even checked on that, so I don't even know what that looks like yet.
Okay.
Because I just built this. But this is what the user would get after they took the quiz. The invisible brand, strong offer, weak visibility. The gap is demand, not delivery. Kind of gives you your next 3 moves.
Oh, and it takes you to the next step, which is the 15-minute growth call.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So what happens if I click on that? Okay, so it kind of took me to Cal. So I didn't set up like a calendar for this yet, but I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's a great lead and like upsell to be like, okay, book a call with us.
Yeah.
So that's the diagnosis. Obviously, that's just from 6 questions. I think I could dive a little deeper into like, okay, let's kind of like make a more extensive quiz.
Yeah. And you said for 1,400 credits, right?
Yeah.
1,400 credits, 12 minutes. That's sick, too.
And then, yeah, if I go to my inbox, this is what the user of the quiz would get back in their email. So it'll give you kind of the same.
And it has that same call to action, too,
yeah.
at the bottom where it says book a 15-minute growth call.
Yeah.
That's sick. It's obviously not wired up and all that stuff yet because
right.
you just did the one prompt, but that's cool. So for you guys, I think the important thing here is what I really want to help you guys understand is maybe there's an app that you've been building, or maybe there's a business that you're in, maybe you're brick and mortar, maybe you do coaching, consulting. But here's the thing that I think a lot of people miss when it comes to lead magnets. Oh, look, there are your leads. Sweet.
Yeah. So it's on my leads page. It said it in the prompt. And so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can see. Oh, and I can see their bottlenecks. So I can see all like the result of the quiz, and then obviously their name and their email. So we could build off of this.
Yeah. So here's the thing with your lead magnets is these are the kind of things that you want that are going to generate interest in whatever you do. But also I want to make this clear. It's like something free you can give someone right away. And I think the best way to think about it is wherever you guys are, whether that's a brick and mortar or coaching and consulting, you guys know your customers the best. Like, what is something your dream customer struggles with that you can help with right away? And so one thing I had an idea for, if you're like a chiropractor, you could do a quiz lead magnet where they take a quiz, they describe whatever their pain is, and then at the end of the quiz, it gives them several different stretches or things that they can do. And that's something they can get right away. Yeah. And then from there, you can do what Chad did, and it like books them a call, or, book your reservation now if you've still got pain, that sort of thing. Because giving them some stretches, that's free. And so that's something you can give them that's immediate value to them. That's going to build trust with you. It's going to make them feel like you are serving them, which you are. But also it's going to help you to get somebody in the door that you know is a warm lead, somebody who actually needs you. And so go ahead.
And that's like that's a real link that you could just grab right here. It's live app link, and you can just send that out. Obviously you can, connect a domain and change that, but you have a live app link just to go out and send out to people.
Yeah.
For that lead. Yeah.
And here's the thing too. I think, here's one of the features that I think enough of us have ignored that we can't anymore. And it's the email stuff. Like, here's what's really, really cool about Overskill is Overskill has all of this stuff already built in. You don't need to have like a SendGrid integration. You don't need to have, don't need to grab APIs and stuff like that. You just need to tell it. Or even in your case, did you tell it in the original prompt, or did it already know all that?
I'm not sure. I really didn't go into the prompts really I just kind of.
Okay.
My thing was like, when you make quiz funnels or quiz leads or whatever kind of quiz you make, they're pretty basic. And this is basic, but I wanted to like differentiate the look of it, the look and feel of it. And it looks and it feels, a little bit more high end. I wonder what this looks like on mobile. Okay.
So yeah, we have analyzed like over 6,000 messages from you guys, from support, from a bunch of other places. And Zero people have brought up the email stuff, and that's why I really, really wanted to highlight it, because this is a game changer. And so I kind of wanted to show off something that we built during Overskill Games. So I built it in just a couple hours. I am not a developer. I'm not a tech guy. I am not the smartest dude in the room or anything like that. I just had an idea and wanted to build it out. And so we built basically a merch store for a bunch of hoodies that we wanted to give out for Overskill Games and for Overskill and stuff like that. So if you don't mind throwing me on there real quick. So we had built out this merch store. It's called Overskill Supply. And so very simply, all I told it was like, here's a bunch of stuff I wanted to sell. And then iteratively went in and was like, oh, this would be cool if we could do this. This would be cool if we could do that. And I threw in our different stuff, like our current run, see the full catalog. And so in just a few hours, we built out this merch store. And so each one of these things, you can select the size, you can add it to your cart. It's got like materials, size guide, how to take care of it based off of the product that I told it. And it pulled all that information just based off of the product. And so this is something that we built out. And so if you are somebody who is dealing in e-commerce, or you have merchandise, or you have something that has a cart, and you guys have probably dealt with something like abandoned carts being an issue, or even just follow-up emails and order confirmations, all that sort of stuff. Here's what's really, really cool. I wanted to show off the 2 prompts that I gave it for email, and I wanted to show off those emails. So here's an abandoned cart. This is literally the exact prompt I told it. It said, for those who have submitted an order but have not submitted a payment, we should set up follow emails, one that's like an hour and then one that's 24 hours that link back to their cart afterward. And so here's one of the emails. That's an order confirmation one, but here's one. So the one, your order is still unpaid. It gives a little link. It emailed. Nothing I had to set up. I just told it what I wanted, and it set up all this email stuff. I didn't have to connect SendGrid. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. I was surprised to see hoodies in Georgia. Yeah, Tim. It got a little cold here in the office.
It's cold in the office.
It's cold in the office.
So we
like
wear,
it cold.
Yeah, we could wear sweatshirts all year.
Yeah, we like it cold. But so yeah, that's the prompt I gave it. And here's the email that it generated for me. It literally created an email with a link, call to action that brings me back to the abandoned cart that I had. This was the one that was an hour after, and then here's one that's 24 hours after, saying like, hey, your order's saved. It just needs payment. Like, you didn't finish paying, just in case somebody did abandon cart without realizing it, or they did abandon cart and did realize it. I'm trying to help bring them back in and actually get that sale. So these are some abandoned cart emails that I just gave it that one single prompt, and it made the entire thing. And now I've got a whole abandoned cart that's going to make conversions go way through the roof on that sort of stuff. And so you can obviously dial in the copy and all that sort of stuff. But, are we actually showing, or we might be showing the wrong screen here. I think, there it is. No, on the live, it looks like it's a different one. Or no, I'm sorry, we're actually way behind. My apologies. But anyway, that's an abandoned cart one. And then another one that I had sent it was talking specifically on like, for when somebody actually submits an order, I want the follow-up email should mention their order, its status, and give a link. That way they can finalize if they need to. And so these are a bunch of test purchases that I made here on like during Overskill Live. See at 9:22, 11:39. We were there you go, 12, like 1 a.m., really trying to actually make sure it's working. But yeah, it like literally gives us the order confirmation, the timeline, what to expect, gives us the order number, tells us what we ordered, what the shipping was cost. Like these are just, I didn't give it all these details. The prompt I gave it was the prompt I showed you.
Yeah.
And like, these are the emails that it generated. And so I don't think enough people realize this. Like, this is such a powerful part of your app that I don't think enough people are using. Your ability to communicate with the people who have landed on your page, who have given you a lead, who have been a part of your order, who have been a part of your app in some way. Your ability to communicate with them after they leave is huge. Like, you want to make sure that you are actually reaching out to these people more than just the one time they land on your app or on your site or on your store, whatever it is. Like, you want to make sure you are reaching out to them every chance that you can. Obviously, like, keeping in mind best practices, like you don't want to be spammy or anything like that. Right. But all of this stuff is ready, like it's in your account. You just have to tell it. You don't have to set up SendGrid. You don't have to set up another third-party thing. You don't have to do APIs, any of that stuff. You literally just give it the prompt and say, like, I want to send an email that says this. Bang, done. Right? Like, it is so cool. And it's something I don't think enough people are talking about. So definitely wanted to show that off in case you guys were not aware. And so,
when I was building the Get Junkie for my friend, he was like, okay, but how do I like get these emails? I'm like, well, let's just type in your email, set it up, and then you'll start receiving the emails. And so I think Douglas had a question about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I just typed in, can we connect my Gmail to receive emails with new leads who took the quiz? Like that's the only prompt I'm sending. And it should ask to log in to the Gmail, and then it will connect. And this is part of the integration of connecting your Gmail. So in theory, once this connects, I will get an email when somebody takes the quiz saying, hey, this person took the quiz. Here's their name, their email to connect with after the fact.
Yeah, so you can integrate directly with Gmail if you want to. But again, like I had it send me as the admin for Overskill Supply. Like I had it send me emails when somebody completed an order. I didn't connect my Gmail. I just told it. And it knows because of the account that I'm on, it knows the email that I want to do and I want to send it to. And so it just said, oh, like I'll send it to Rob or send it to ClickFunnels. Like, there you go. And so lots of different ways to accomplish it. But yeah, guys, like this is something that's super, super powerful. That's going to keep you connected to your app, keep your users connected to the app. So I really want to make sure that we're driving this home, that this is something that is already live that you guys can be doing. That's going to help a ton, especially when it comes to this lead magnet stuff.
Yeah, and I guess it was in my original prompt, but Jason said in the chat, like, we can make the emails look a certain way too. And so, yeah, I mean, it kind of like themed this email that the person would get after they took the quiz to like this purple, dark color scheme. And so, and I know yours is different too, the one you were showing. But yeah, that's pretty cool too. Like, I don't know where that was in my prompt, but yeah, you can theme your emails to be kind of in addition to like what your app actually looks like.
Yeah. And so, Marie, I wanted to answer your question really quick about the emails and stuff like that. You can connect your Gmail. And so you can connect your Gmail specifically if you want. So like if you saw on mine, when I showed that, it came from a generic Overskill email. You can actually connect it to your Gmail and have it be coming from you or from other specific emails if you want to wire that up for yourself. But you can see here, like on the screen, like no reply at mail.overskill.app. Like that was ready to send immediately. Like you even saw in the prompt in the composer window, like Chad hasn't set up the Gmail integration yet. Like, yeah, it was just ready.
That's right.
So if you want to mess with it more and like actually connect it and integrate it more into your app, and have it do more inbox management and do a lot more integrated stuff like that, you definitely can. But out of the gate, you can immediately start sending emails, start capturing leads, start sending them to yourself, start sending emails to your customers. You can do that right out the gate. You don't need to connect for anything on that end. So hopefully that answers your question, Marie. And so wanted to run through, because we saw, kind of running this a little bit like a cooking show. We saw the sort of finished product with Chad. I kind of wanted to kick it off and show you guys how you can actually make these lead magnets and what you guys can actually do to hopefully give you guys some ideas. We talked about the business one. We've talked about chiropractic ones. And so I was even thinking of something earlier today, because here's one that I made just the other day. So I've been going to the farmer's market a lot. I love a farmer's market. I really, really do. And so something that's been blowing up at a farmer's market is like people have been doing like little 3D
That's
prints.
Right. I've seen those too.
I've seen like 3D, and my kids are obsessed with them.
Mine are too. They always want to stop and play with the 3D.
Yeah. So my kids are obsessed with them. And so I've seen this become like a really big thing online. Like people are making entire businesses, like 3D printing stuff in their own homes. They're like fabricating stuff. Sometimes they're making toys. Sometimes they're making like full official products. And so I don't have a 3D printer. It looks really cool. But I just thought like, hey, let's create something really quick. And so I asked it to create a 3D printer, like toy store type of thing. And I just gave it a single prompt. And so here's the actual prompt and all that stuff. And I kind of wanted to show this off because I thought this was really, really cool. So here's the single prompt, like build an online storefront with product listings, shopping cart, and Overskill payments checkout, include an admin dashboard to manage products, orders, and inventory. Build this for little 3D print toys. Like, this is hardly even a paragraph. And it took 10,000 credits and just a few minutes, and this is what it made. And so we've got the home, we've got the shop where it actually has all this stuff. It's got add to cart functionality. It's got for all of the different things. It's got your orders if you've done orders in the past. So you can actually go check out if you wanted to. It's got your shipping details, all this stuff. And then on the admin side, it's got an overview of what's been in how many products you have, your orders, what the status of them are. And then it even gives like overviews of what needs to be restocked, managing your inventory, all that sort of stuff. So one single prompt, and this is what it made. And so I was trying to think about this morning because we were thinking about lead magnets. I was like, man, what are some things we could do with something like this? And so if you have e-commerce products or anything like that, this is kind of something I wanted to throw your way. And so this is what I was thinking as far as building this out. And also really showing off another thing that you can do in Overskill. And so here's what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the composer window here. I'm going to build on Overskill Max. I want to try this one out. And I'm actually going to reference an app. So this is going to actually use this app that I've already made as a reference, because what I want to do is I want to create a lead magnet for my main store app, whatever your main app is. And I want to create a lead magnet that will lead people to this app. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to go to add. I'm going to go to reference an app. I'm going to select the app that I want. So I'm going to go to print toy store. And then let me see, what do I want for my lead magnet? Okay. So I want to build a lead magnet for the print toy store where people are taken through a quiz, and they can actually, by answering all these questions, they generate an image or like a 3D mock-up of a toy that they want to make. And then if they want to keep that, they can. But if they want to actually print it, it will send that print order over to me. And then we can actually send them to the actual print toy store afterward too, and see if there's anything else they want to build or want to buy. So, and if you guys don't use anything like an AI like voice transcriber, do it. Yeah. It's so quick and so easy. And also it takes out all the ums. I was told this morning that I leave a lot of ums when I talk.
Yeah, just spit out your thoughts as you're thinking.
So like I think the best thing is like as you're flowing in thought, it just is really cool. So referencing this app, building on Overskill Max, and I'm just gonna hit send. And so while this is cooking, wanted to kind of show off some other stuff that we've been doing, and hopefully even just answer some questions you guys have while this thing is cooking. That way we can actually do all of this sort of live. And so I wanted to answer some things. So if you guys want to, we've already got some questions down in the Q&A. So if you see a question down there that you also want answered, make sure to upvote that. Something I don't think enough people are aware of. Like you can upvote other people's questions in case you have the same question. So yeah, I wanted to give you guys a second. If you guys haven't, take a minute. If you've got a question, let us know. Because while this is building, I want to help you guys specifically with whatever y'all are dealing with. So starting off here with Guest. Hi, Guest. So about remixing a template, Russell's Body Evolution app. One, if I use this to create customized apps for my clients, will they need their own Overskill or ClickFunnels account to use it for their customers? How would the transaction take place for a customer who clicks on a link in the app? Okay, so answering the first question, if I use this to create a customized, it's moving around here in the Q&A. If I use this to create a customized app for my clients, will they need their own Overskill or ClickFunnels account to use it for their customers? So every single time a user signs into your app, it creates for them an Overskill account. Now that account can vary. If they're wanting to actually build things, they would become a different kind of Overskill user. They would become a paid user. But for every single one of your apps that you make, sign-in is already built in, authentication is already built in, and they become an Overskill they become an Overskill user as soon as they sign up for your app. So we handle all that sign in, log in, all that stuff already for you. So that's another thing you don't have to worry about. So they would become an Overskill user in order to use your account. So hopefully that answers your question. Let me know if that wasn't clear enough. And then how would the transaction take place for a customer who clicks on a link in the app? Would you mind giving me a little bit more clarity on that? I don't know exactly what you're asking. I want to make sure I'm answering it properly. So go ahead and ask again on as far as like how would the transaction take place? Because we have Overskill payments already built in. So if you're worried about an actual checkout flow, you just need to tell Overskill. Just tell it, and it will build all that out. But if there's another question you're asking as far as like something else, let me know, because I want to make sure I answer that for you. Okay, so what, like ChatGPT, we can connect our email service. How do we do that exactly? Douglas, so there's one of two ways. You can...
I'll go back.
Oh, there you go. Chad's just going to walk you through it.
Yeah, I was doing that right here. It says, I just asked it, hey, can we connect my Gmail to receive emails with the new leads who took the quiz? And it says connect Gmail. So you'd click on this, and it'll take you to connecting your Gmail. I'll do my Overskill email, and then it'll ask you to verify all this stuff, and you're connected to your Gmail account.
There you go.
Just like that.
It is that easy, Douglas. So there's two ways. There's two places you can do it. You can literally do it in the composer, like Chad just showed you. You can also go to your main account page and go to integrations and connect it there. But honestly, it's that easy. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Douglas. Let us know if you got any more. It is that easy. But again, you don't have to connect your Gmail. That just gives you more, that integration directly gives you a lot more stuff that you can do with it. But as far as sending emails for leads, confirmations, all that sort of stuff, that's ready right out the gate. Erica, yes, it is. You'd have to, so again, all you have to do is just talk to Overskill, ask it to figure that out, and you'd have to connect your Gmail and connect all of those sort of specific domains and stuff like that. But yeah, you absolutely can, Erica. You absolutely can. Could we use this to send an immediate email to a customer after they have created an account with us? Douglas, I think we already answered that. So I think we're good there. So yes, to answer your question, you can send an email immediately. You can tell it how long to wait and all that other stuff. You can tell it to send it immediately. You can tell it to wait an hour. Like I told it to, like, hey, they abandoned a cart an hour ago. I want them to get an email in case they forgot. Because I don't know how many times I've been like online shopping and I get caught up and like doing other stuff and they're like, oh, my kids need me. Like, and so I walk away.
Yeah, you can have even different steps. I think last week I was showing Get Junkie, and like when we were delivering a dumpster, we could tell them, hey, we're on the way. And that'll send them another updated email telling them that we're on the way, when it's delivered, when we're going to pick up. They'll send out emails for that. And obviously we could set up SMS text messages for that as well. So you can, update the person on when they'll receive their delivery and all that. So you can do both with that as well.
Penny, so Jason, I'm gonna throw this over to you in case you actually know the answer better than I do. I think I do, but I want to confirm it with you. So if someone downloads your app and then logs in, they do get an Overskill account. Yes, correct. Then that puts them as your affiliate if they decide down the road to become a paid user. It should. There you go, Penny. Yeah, it should. So obviously, a lot of that depends on who was the last referral and stuff like that. So if they created an account with you, but then get referred later on by somebody else, like that can affect the affiliate commissions and stuff like that. But because it always goes back to the last referral. So hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, ultimately they definitely could. Okay, Jenny. So to clarify, are customers become a user of Overskill? Do they have to pay or subscribe as well? No, they do not. So when they log into your app that is built on Overskill, we have created for every single app my print store's done. So we've created for every single app a authentication login. That way, for you, it's not something you have to worry about. And now, when they do log into your app, they do become an Overskill user. So they do get an account on overskill.com, like on our admin side. But they don't have to pay. Like they're not paying for Overskill in order to log into your account. That's just for us to keep their login credentials and stuff like that. And it's also a way to make sure that logging in is super easy for them and for you. So, hey, Chad, do you mind showing off my screen? I haven't actually run through this, so we'll see if it's any good. But AI loves its emojis.
Yeah, it does.
So there you go. 5.5 minutes, 2,700 credits. And let's see what it actually built. Let's start designing. Let's see. Oh, did a little refresh there.
Okay.
Okay. Silly. Oh, sure. Something weird. What's its personality? My preview reloaded again. Something weird, because this is not the actual live site. This is just a preview of what it actually is. Curious Explorer, sure. Pick its signature colors. I'll go with what my daughter would love, a rainbow swirl. How big should it be? Ooh, a desk buddy. I think a desk buddy would be good. A finishing touch. I like big glass. We'll go with big glasses. What should we call it? Oh, there you go. Here's a problem. So here, if you guys ever run into a problem, like here I see on this actual quiz here, it's asking me to like write a name, but there's nowhere to actually write a name. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm literally just going to screenshot this. And this is how I QA and fix bugs in Overskill.
Same thing.
Drag it into the composer and just say, hey, so on the what should we call it question that's optional, it seems to be missing the actual text box to actually type something in. We need to fix that. Look, I'll even remove the hey so on. And there you go. That's how you fix bugs on Overskill. It's that quick and easy. So I'll come back to here again once it actually fixed that, and we'll run through it one more time and see what that actually finished product looks like. So we'll go back to some questions. Question: to use a lead magnet quiz. Do you mind going down real quick, Chad? Use a lead magnet quiz in the email. Does that use credits? So for sending and receiving emails and stuff like that, I believe it does, correct? Yeah. It does technically use credits, but the scale at which is very marginal. We're talking like literally like a credit or two. So very, very small. So like anything you ask Overskill to do, it's going to cost something in some way, but a lot of that stuff is incredibly marginal for especially these smaller tasks. So like sending an email, it's like a single credit. So hopefully that helps. So here, let me look at the chat too. Doug, is that a little bit better? Sorry if I'm not speaking loud enough for you. Oh, thank you, Tim. There you go. So Todd updated the Your Affiliate question a few weeks ago. Once you lock them on the wait list, that's actually when their account is created and tied to you. So it's first touch, not last touch. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. So hopefully that answers your question, Penny. I was actually wrong on that. So it's the first touch, not the last touch. So when the person actually creates an Overskill account, then it is credited to the person who did that for them. So the first touch. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. And Doug, please keep calling me out if I'm being too quiet. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Gmail integration. Oh, so meant to add a question on, is Gmail integration the only way to send from a custom email?
No. If we go to our integrations, I mean, we could type in mail and it'll give you all these integrations we have available. But at the same time, if you don't see a mail integration here, just ask Overskill if we can connect it, and it'll find a way. If we can connect to the API to connect it, whatever email source you're using.
Yeah. Just because an integration, by the way, there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of integrations here. Just because an integration does not exist on this integration page, like Chad said, there are a lot of other ways to get it done. What's up, Jason?
If we're talking app emails, if you've added a custom domain, just tell Overskill to send from that domain.
Boom. So Jason just let us know. So if we're talking about custom emails, if you've already connected a custom domain to your specific app, so let's say Chad connects a custom domain to that specific founders quiz app, you can just tell Overskill send emails from this domain, and it will do that. So there you go. That's how you can send a custom email. So yeah, you can connect Overskill to a ton of different things. All you have to do is ask it. So like I said, we've got a ton of integrations. And so even if it doesn't exist on this integrations page, first check it out. It definitely might. But if it doesn't, I've had ones where I was having to look up APIs and it told me exactly where to go, how to find it, where to put all that stuff in. So just because an integration does not live on this page does not mean that it's not possible. So hopefully that answers your question. Honey, if I'm using Overskill to create apps that my clients will use in their own business. Okay, I think we answered that one before. So Marie, question, selling lead magnet to a client and email integration. Would you create the lead magnet and ask Overskill to create a custom dashboard where the purchaser could enter/change their email to where they deliver any leads? You could. Yeah, you definitely could. If you're trying to create a lead magnet for someone else, you can definitely do that. All you have to do, very simply, for most of the things you want to do in Overskill, you just tell it, and it will walk you through exactly how to accomplish many of the goals you're trying to do. What's up?
I have a correction.
Oh, correction. Yes, let me hear it.
The custom domain, that's not on yet for everyone.
Okay. The custom domain for email is not on the accounts for everyone at the moment.
To use SendGrid or one of these, but it will walk them through. But it will.
Yeah, so that's a feature flag that isn't available for everybody yet. So sending from a custom domain is not a feature flag available for everyone yet. But in the meantime, if you want to send from a custom domain, again, it's as simple as just tell it, and Overskill will walk you through whatever that process needs to be, whether that's through a third party, whether that's through something else, or a totally different way. But again, either way, emails exist right out the box. You don't have to do any of that. It's just if you want to. So hopefully that clarifies a little bit. Erica, we're hoping it makes other email integrations obsolete.
It's kind of the point, so you can just get started right away. You can just start receiving emails, sending emails.
Yeah, the whole point, and hopefully this becomes really clear as you guys work in Overskill. But if you haven't heard it before, Todd has built something that is very opinionated, and is trying his best to make something that from the jump you can just get started. And so it has payments, you can receive payments from day one. Whether or not you can actually take them out, that requires KYC and a bunch of other stuff. You have to verify that you're a real person and all this other stuff, that you've got a legitimate business. But payments is set up for you immediately. Emails come right out of the box. You've already got a live URL. You don't have to worry about connecting a domain. It already is there for you. Databases, it's not something you have to go set up. It's already set up when you start creating the app. Everything that you would normally block a person from prompt 1 to prompt 20 to actually building something really great, Todd is trying to remove every single one of those barriers. And so that's a lot of the reason why we tell you guys to make sure that you are telling Overskill the what, not the how, because Todd has built a bunch of successful SaaS companies. And so he knows how to build a lot of this stuff out. And so he's made Overskill really opinionated. And so a lot of the time, it actually is really valuable to find someone who has strong opinions and follows their convictions. And so Overskill is built in with a lot of that stuff just to help you get out of the gate as quick as possible. And because a lot of this stuff is already best practices. So hopefully that clarifies a little bit of that stuff for you.
Yeah, I think there's a clear example of this is my mom reached out to me and she's like, hey, can you create a slideshow for me? I have a bunch of pictures. I just need to create a slideshow. And I'm like, Man, I could, I'm in video, so I could use my editor, but it's kind of like complicated to go in there and just manually put in a transition. So I was like, I bet I could just create one in Overskill. And I actually had Jason in Office create one, and I was like, okay, let me remix this. So like, this is how quick it is to just like, let me show off this one. Quick it is to just have an idea, and like, this is made. This has an app, or this has a link that's published, and I could send this to my mom and she could start using it right away. And I was like, that's how cool it is. I didn't have to set up a domain. I just told it I need a slideshow maker. And I can go through this too a little bit. It's kind of cool because we can just drop in a bunch of images and it'll automatically add the images.
Did I read it? One of those is close-up flamingo.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stock images I use for this.
I love that.
But yeah, you can add in default durations of how long you want your slides to be. You can add in the transitions between the slides and even effects. And you can see all the pictures down here. But when you play it, it'll add in like these effects and it'll transition. So super simple for somebody who's just like, hey, I just need a quick slideshow. I don't want to go to another app. I don't want to get into a video editor. I just want to put these pictures on here. I know what pictures I want. And then I also added background music. So I was like, oh, cool. I just created this off of Jason's idea and then remix some elements of it. And I'm like, cool, I could monetize this if I want. If people want longer than a 5-minute slideshow or something, I could make them have to create an account and charge them for that. So,
yeah.
But I'm just showing how easy it is to take an idea and just have it published and ready to go. Like, obviously, it's not a custom domain, but you can just send this to anybody and they can just start using it and it's ready to go.
Yeah. It's real. It like exists. It went from being an idea that like only lived up in your head to like being something real. That's so cool.
And it saves time. And I think that's another thing is like, yeah, for my mom, like, yeah, she's not tech savvy at all. So when she comes to me with like, I don't know what to do. I just need a slideshow. I have a bunch of pictures. How do I give these pictures to you? And I'm like, let's make it an easy way for somebody who's just not tech savvy to just get on here and just add images and just create a slideshow for something they want. And then you can export it. You can, like, I even added the aspect ratio. So you can do for social, 4:3, 1:1.
Nice.
Yeah, you just export it. And then it renders in the browser and gives you the video.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, y'all. So my quiz funnel, or my quiz lead magnet, is it actually fixed it. So here you go. It took just a few minutes. Took 3.5 minutes, and 950 credits. And look, it's actually fixed. And literally all I did was, here's the picture. Fix it. So what should we call it? A biscuit? I see that as a suggestion. That's a
biscuit.
Biscuit. That's a good name for whatever it's going to end up making. Oh, your toy is ready to be built. And then my email, Robertson at. Oh no, I need to stop messing in the preview and actually mess with it in real life. So Sweet and Sleepy. See if I can do this real quick. I liked biscuit.
Something I was thinking about though, because you kind of like wanted to create this kind of a quiz to like figure out like a custom 3D toy for them to build, but you could also just create the quiz just to like narrow down the results of like your inventory of toys
that's
that
true.
You've already created.
Yeah.
So it gives like a kid who's like looking for something specific, they could just take the quiz and it'll just show results of your current products as well.
Look. Here's my rainbow something weird with big glasses. So print this toy for me. It's sending the order. Sending the order. Keep them on. Visit the print toy store. Let's see. Did it actually? Because that was technically a preview. I wonder if it actually did it. Let's see. But that's cool. That is crazy. And there you go. I referenced the app, and look, there you go. It actually referenced. It like fully referenced the real app. And yeah, I mean, I could figure out some of the other stuff, the like little minor details, last mile stuff, but there you go. I very quickly, and this is again was preview. So, very quickly made just a lead magnet for, an app that I already had and just referenced it. And so if you guys have, like I said, if you guys have apps that you've already made, that have a really good design that you like, that you've been dialing in, but you're really struggling to get people in the door, this is something you can do. When you go to that, when you go to the actual composer, like you guys saw me do, just hit this little button here, the plus button, reference an app so it actually knows what you're talking about, but also can create those connections for you because it knows what app specifically you're wanting. And then think about like, what are the little struggles that my people deal with? What can I give them right now? Something for free that I know is going to bless them, that I know is going to help them, that I know is going to like help them to understand that I'm here for them in a way that's actually going to bring them in to the door. Because I think here's the thing that's really true about a lot of us as entrepreneurs is we have a thing that we feel like we've been called to, that is a service that we want to give, whether it is a product or an actual specific service or whatever. And we just want to serve. Like we live in a world where money's a thing. And so like we need to actually be able to create things, and things cost stuff. And so, but we just want to serve. And so I know that's true for a lot of us. So think about the things that your people are dealing with. What are the small, tiny things that can get them in the door that I can give to them for free? And then connect those emails, like start sending them emails on like, hey, I saw you got my quiz results. Like, here's your quiz results. And start sending up follow-ups with that. Because that's something you can do right out of the gate. So we've got references, we've got emails, you've got lead magnets. All of that stuff is stuff you can do today. So this afternoon, like I think something I wanted to try and do later on this week, and we might be able to do on Friday, is like do some app reviews. And so if you guys have, and I think we all do, like if you guys have the ability this week, on Friday, I want to review some of these lead magnets. So create your lead magnet today. Like create your lead magnet today, dial it in overnight, figure it out tomorrow, whatever that is. And then on Friday, like, let's show it off. I want to see what lead magnets you guys are creating. And maybe we can help you guys think through some stuff on like, oh, I'm a coach. Like, I don't know how to exactly give something away for free. Here's something I built. So like, we want to serve you guys. That's why we're here. That's why Overskill exists. It's why we're live here every day we can be. So we want to serve you guys. So on Friday, I want to review some of your lead magnets. So if you guys can, let's build some stuff this week. And on Friday, let's show it off. So that way other people can see it, but also we can help you dial it in if that's what you need.
Yeah, and you can start as like my prompt. Like I said, I kind of talked to Claude and I was like, I want to create a quiz, but I want it to look good. So that was just a simple prompt that I did. You can just start with that. Oh, I saw a question about my slideshow. Karen. So will the photos be stored in the database? So actually what's interesting about this slideshow one is it was built like per session. So right now, like if you go to like the live page, like an incognito, like this starts a brand new session. So once you kind of like leave that session, the photos go away. So like for my mom's sake, like if she came in here and she just typed in the URL, came in here, she start brand new, put in all her photos, export it. If she closes that, like she doesn't have those photos in here anymore. But you could obviously create like a login, because right now you don't have to log in to use this.
Yeah.
But you can create a login so you could save projects that people come in, but it still is going to be uploaded, I think, in the database of the app. So like for a user, they're not uploading it on their end. You know, they're uploading it in our database, and we can obviously control like, if we don't have any like projects or users, like after the session closes, like we don't need to store those photos anymore. So it's kind of like a one-off thing right now, but you could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a few more minutes here. So go ahead and throw in some questions if you guys got them. And then as far as submitting lead magnets for review, we can either do that in the chat here, or I might just make a little app for us to do that. So I'll have an actual solid concrete answer for you guys tomorrow when we go live. So I'll give that to you guys tomorrow. Can we get an updated live studio? So Shade, you can, but the only problem is specifically with our live studio. When we remix it, we've added a bunch of stuff into it that we would have to duplicate it and
what Dante originally did was remix this and kind of took out all like our back end stuff that we kind of built into Overskill in general.
Yeah.
So we'd have to redo that again. But yeah, I mean, I'd eventually like to update the app or the live even more, add new features, and then we can probably update the remix version of that and share that with you.
Yeah. So for this particular app, just because it's so big and there's so many specific back-end stuff, it's not as easy to remix one-to-one like some other ones are, because a lot of them are. So this would require us to do a little bit more on the back end. So
yeah, and a lot of it's us experimenting, like, okay, let's try this out. And a lot of it is kind of like not on like the public viewing page that you're on right now, but just in our control room in the background too.
Yeah. This is a remix additional question. Since Body Evolution is for affiliate sales, I help affiliate marketers. The question is, when they put affiliate products in the app and a customer clicks on the product, does the link take them to the affiliate partner sales site, or is it done inside the app? So from what I remember about the Body Evolution app, is the way that it's currently built is you would put the affiliate link. You would put the affiliate link under that product, and so when they click on that product, it takes them to that specific affiliate link. And so whatever affiliate link you are posting for your specific products, that is the link when they click on that product that they will be sent to. So it should match your affiliate link. I don't suppose we can. So Douglas, in our regular ClickFunnels account, I don't suppose we can reference an Overskill app or anything. So here's what's happening tomorrow is we made a big announcement, or rather Greg made a big announcement in the Founders channel. And so the ClickFunnels SDK is officially launching for you guys. And so we wanted to actually walk you guys through that. And so ClickFunnels and Overskill, as of just a few days ago, can actually communicate in a bigger, deeper way. And so for those specific things, like how do I connect my ClickFunnels account and how do I make it work with Overskill, hold on to those questions for tomorrow, because Greg, who actually helped build a lot of that stuff out, will be here, and he'll be able to help answer a lot of those questions. But it does exist. It is coming. And in fact, a lot of it's actually already here. So how do we handle business? How do you handle business to business? Oh yeah, there you go, Doug. How do you handle business to business? I.e., you make an app for a client who has members that will sign up on their app. So very simply, what you can do is when you create an app. So like if I wanted to create, let me think, what's a good one? Oh, here, I'll just do this one. So let's say I created this Hydro Force Pressure Pro. Let's say I created this for somebody else. So I created this for a pressure washing company, and I want them to pay me. So they'll pay me directly for access to this app. And what you can do is just add them. So you can see here, might be actually going a little bit too quickly. So this little icon here will take you to the dashboard. If you have the Composer collapsed, it'll just say dashboard. If you go down to users, you can add them specifically as an app user. And so right now you can see I am the only user, I'm active, but I've got a couple different roles here. And so I named them poorly. One is called administrator, one is called admin. But you can have one be for you and one be for them. And you can set the permissions, like what they're allowed to do and all that stuff. They can invite people, they have priority, whatever that means. And you can add them as a user. So when they see the app, they would actually be able to go to this admin dashboard and they can see all of that stuff. So I own the app. I'm giving them access to the app, but I've given them admin access to it. So you can sell it to them. You can sell access to your app that way. And so whenever they stop paying for it, you can remove them as an account. Like you can remove them as an admin. And you can also do this for several different things too. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense as far as what or how you can sell business to business to give people access to your app for their users. And so you can manage it, but allow them to be the actual admin that does the day-to-day business operations of it. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we'll just do a couple more questions here if y'all want to. There's a bunch of questions in there. If you see a question that you resonate with, make sure to give it a quick upvote, and we're going to try and answer those for you. So what is SDK? Jason, what is SDK? Software development kit. So Penny, I wasn't lying earlier when I said I am not a developer and I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to developer stuff. So me building apps should be very impressive because I have no idea what I'm doing, and even I can do it. So as far as what an SDK is, it's a software development kit. So essentially, very layman's terms, the way of thinking about it, it's a way for ClickFunnels and Overskill to actually communicate really, really clearly and really well. So we've made it like a whole software development kit for all that stuff. So hopefully that answers your questions. And then so you got a couple more upvotes if we want to go all the way to the top.
Payments. If I build lead magnet for someone and they pay me a recurring fee for use, does that payment get collected by the integrated processor? Yeah, you can do that. You can set it up where it's like subscription based and it'll collect.
Yeah, absolutely.
In your
you
app.
just tell it.
Yep.
You just tell Overskill. Like give it your specific example and it will build all that stuff out for you. So Chad, do you mind scrolling up to the top of QA for me? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so Shade, if you wanted to do something like that, what you can do, so if you're wanting to run the same app for two different people, I understand what you're asking now. So Shade, what you can do is you can just remix the app that you've already made. And because you've already made it, remixing, again, costs almost nothing. The only time it would is if it ran into errors or anything like that, but otherwise it should cost 0 credits. So you can remix that app, make a complete and total like carbon copy of it. You keep your version and you sell them access to the other remixed version. If you want to name them something different, so you know that, that's an easy way to do that. And it costs you no credits to do that. So, okay, apps on App Store you download. Are Overskill apps downloadable? I wouldn't think if it's downloaded, it would remain on their phone/web rather than a browser, which can easily be deleted or lost. So Jenny, as far as apps, here's what I'll say. Stay tuned. We've got something cooking for you guys. So as far as actually creating like what most people consider to be an app, just stay tuned. But there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. let me see if I can actually show you guys here. So this is my phone. So I've created, let me see if I can actually get closer to the camera.
I have to focus it.
Oh, you'll have to focus it. Never mind. So, so I created these like these. You can kind of see them here. So this is the Overskill supply app that I made, and I literally just added it as an app to my home screen. And so you can kind of see.
It's just like saving like a web link to your home screen.
Yeah, and so what you can do, and again, stay tuned because we've got something cooking for you guys. But any single Overskill app you can do this with. So here's like that puzzle diary I made like I think last week or something. If you go down to share, so if you click on the 3 dots, you go to share and you scroll down, you can see there's an option that says add to home screen. So I clicked add to home screen. There you go. We can add it and then bang, there you go. Add it to my home screen. And now, boom. So, but again, as far as like an app you can download from the App Store and how people normally think of apps and stuff like that, stay tuned. Stay tuned. So we've got, I think that's it for time, but we've got, I don't want to leave you guys there. So we'll answer one more question and then, again, reframe what's going to happen in the next couple days so you guys are aware. Okay, so can integrations be customized to each app I build in Overskill? I have multiple businesses and some use different email delivery services. So yeah, Elizabeth, you absolutely can. And so what you can do is you can integrate all of them through that integrations page if you want to, or like, guys, I hope I am very, very clear. Like whatever you were trying to do in your specific apps, just tell Overskill. Like if you in one particular app only want to use a specific integration that you have, tell Overskill. Like, hey, in this app, I only want to use my SendGrid account because of XYZ. Make sure that when we're sending emails that it only uses that. Just tell it, and it will build that out for you, and it'll walk you through exactly how to make that possible. So yeah. Again, tomorrow we will be back here again live 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, and we are talking about the ClickFunnels SDK, the software development kit. Thank you, Jason. So we are talking
Greg on.
and we'll have Greg on, and he's going to walk us through all of that stuff. Because I need help walking through it because it's something new to me. So, bring your questions on ClickFunnels and Overskill and how to bring those two things together. Bring that stuff tomorrow because that's what we're going to be here for, specifically serving that, and hopefully driving that home for you guys on Overskill Live tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to do some reviews on your lead magnets. So we went through a lot of lead magnets, went through emails, referencing your apps, all that sort of stuff. So build that out today, like build it out tomorrow. I'll have an actual place you guys can submit that stuff, but let's build it. Let's do it. And we'll review that stuff, give you guys some ideas. Even just if other people in the chat have great suggestions, like that's what we're here for. We want to build a community where people feel like they've got people beside them who are here to help them build something great. So all that being said, appreciate you guys a ton. Chad, is there anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think I was thinking through how they could send us what they built, and like even if they just drop the preview link in the chat, we can look through some of that. But yeah, we'll think through how we could have you guys submit those, and I'm excited to look through those because I want to look at what you guys are building as well, because you guys might have better ideas than us when we're kind of like thinking through what we want to build and how we want to iterate on our apps. So I'm excited for that on Friday as well.
Yeah, rising tide raises all ships, and so I think if we can all be here collaborating together, like we can all help sharpen each other and make each other better. And so I'm really excited to see what you guys bring, and really excited to see what you guys have. So sweet. Thank you guys a ton. Appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow, 11:30 for the ClickFunnels SDK, and see you Friday for the lead magnet app review. So appreciate y'all.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya. Review. So appreciate y'all.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya. Review. So appreciate y'all.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya. Review. So appreciate y'all.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya. So appreciate y'all.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya. So appreciate y'all.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See ya.